It's Kahir the Conqueror here. I left behind a trail of gold. I left behind a trail of gold. See, you can envision the famous depiction of a person, an angelic being, with an angel on this shoulder, a devil on this shoulder, whatever the way the proper order of the angel and devil should be, right? See, because that represents inner versions of you, inner sides of you that can become manifest depending on, obviously, you, but probably how you're affected by things from your external that shape you. But that is displaying what you have the power to become. And also there's neutrality too. But in essence, you have the ability to act as either or. We all, as we are taught, have essence of the divine and that in us. We all want and claim and strive to be children of God, but as we've been taught, your actions represent what child you are from, because there's also a devil or a Satan inside of us too. And I'm not trying to get that deep in this video, but you have the power. You are in control after a certain point and what you project onto the world and yourself, and it stems from in yourself. See, I'm not here to brag. Like, to preface this, I want to start, I am no perfect person. I have been this close to crashing out and not even being here to speak with you, whether or not that's, whatever the consequence would have been. I was a few seconds away, a few hesitations, let me think about that internally, a few pause moments from life being completely different. But with that being said, I left behind a trail of gold. See, God forbid if I go right now, if this is the last video I ever make, if my last day is today, people that might not even know, people that might not even find out, or they find out 5-10 years ago, oh, what happened to Kahir, or Q, as a lot of people call me. Oh, that's so sad. But there are so many people, because I've been blessed and privileged to have met so many people of all kinds. And there's still some more kinds to meet, that could pinpoint maybe one moment or a feeling, or could go back to a memory that I might not even be able to recognize and remember that happened. Something I said, something I did. Did I ask for a reward? No, that's just the essence and character of me when I'm trying to align and be my highest self. I can kind of, in a way, to not speak for them, imagine that although it might be like a wow, that's tragic or something like that, and God forbid I don't go out in a tragic way, but they could have a pleasant memory of me. Even people that I might not even have been or be on the best of terms with can't go back and pinpoint moments of hatred or anything like that that came from me to them that wasn't without a due cause. And even then, it probably isn't that serious, because if you know me, I'm not even really like that. So if I went right now, look at what I have tried to leave behind with these videos. Look at what I have tried to leave behind with my art. What I've tried to leave behind with what I've said to people. I tried my best to speak life into people when I didn't even feel alive fully myself. Somebody that, although I have my struggles and things like that, would give if I had, or even if I didn't have, because I knew somebody else might have needed it, even if they lied or something like that and didn't really. See, there are people like that, and I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal as them, but you can go down in all cultures, all ethnic groups of people, the Martin Luther Kings, Michael Jacksons, Napoleon Hills, Neville Goddards, Jim Rohns, the Michelle Obamas, the Oprahs. What did they leave behind? Was their life perfect? No. Were they perfect people? No. But they tried their best through whatever art form or whatever gift or gifts they had to help and bless the lives of other people. And energetically, that's going to come back to you. So in a way, that is why they amount to what they have amounted to. And some of them that I mentioned are no longer here, but their legacies live on. Not trying to be like those people, trying to be myself. I tried to leave behind a trail of gold because I believe in people that don't believe in themselves. Because there were people that believed in me when I believed, but the world can make you feel crazy. People around you can make you feel crazy, and that can affect you. But there were people who spoke life into me, people who believed, even if it was from the background, and that was enough to keep going. See, this might become another video too, but I prayed for all of this. I prayed, help me step into my highest self. Help me be this all the time. Help me become that. And it's no easy journey. But as I learned, and I heard first, I think from like Will Smith and a few other iterations from other people, like when you pray and ask for things like, I want to get some money. I want love. I want to have, good familial relations, and I want to, be abundant. I want to be strong and things like that. There is no pelican up in the sky that's going to drop down an egg and you crack it open, or like a little, mushrooms in Mario Kart and you grow and get big. That's not how it works. That's spooky stuff. You are gifted the opportunity to prove and to walk in that through moments of trials and tribulations. You want to be some big shot leader or something like that? Look at the leaders in this world. I don't have to name anybody. You can think of it yourself, and it's multiple. You want to be a true leader? A true leader has to serve. Study Jesus. Study Prophet Muhammad. Study the people that we read and glorify about. Peace be upon all of them. You have to be patient. You want money and stuff like that? Okay, well, this is how. You got a job. You're going to either get fired or something's going to happen where you can't work there no more. So now figure it out. And then you become some big shot, but that's an ugly journey. And I don't want to say ugly, but that's a journey that's rough. You want love? Okay. Everybody that you're interested in or whatever, they all going to abandon you, you're going to abandon them. Now, love yourself after meeting your darkest parts and versions of yourself. You want the family stuff. Okay, you got to see all of these sides of your family and still be able to come and appreciate and love people for who they are and blah, blah, blah. So these are just some examples because that's not the focal point of this video, but these opportunities have come my way. And with that, wanting to be what I am trying to be, to leave behind what I've tried to leave behind, have I realized how when I ask for certain things or when I'm wanting certain things that deep down you are aligned with, but you have to become still. Those are your opportunities to manifest what you're asking for and what you're praying for, and you end up co-creating it. And in doing so, even when I was doing wrong, because as I mentioned, I'm not perfect, I left behind a trail of gold. Now, this video isn't for me to brag about stuff because some of y'all don't even know me. Some people do know me. But you have the ability to leave behind a trail of gold, a trail of trying to be angelic, or a trail of destruction and being devilish, or a trail of neutrality where you should have picked a side. What are you leaving behind? What impressions of people are you leaving behind? You have the ability to transcend beyond a lifetime. As I mentioned, and we can name people all throughout history and even presently now, they left behind something bigger than themselves. for the sake of humanity. And maybe they didn't even think that big, but became that. But also, I'm not the only one. See, I speak for people that didn't have the opportunity or didn't have the ability, can't articulate themselves, or couldn't alchemize certain situations the way I can. So I speak for them because it's other people that have been doing that on smaller scales. See, I speak for the people in the hood who people think nothing of. Drive through, you lock your doors. That are good people, but circumstances beyond their control, as it is their perception or in the way they perceive, they couldn't necessarily overcome, but they're leaving behind little trails of gold. It's people giving that have nothing themselves. I speak for the people whose innocence was taken from them when they were young, and it broke them. I speak for those people on the street, the people who dwell on the street, for whatever reason, who couldn't necessarily arise out of their circumstance and situation. How do I speak for them? Because they shared their stories with me. Because for some reason they felt safe and comfortable to speak to me. Everything I've talked about in all of these videos, it don't always apply to me. I had some rough moments in life, some things that I don't look like I've been through, but it wasn't all bad. But people shared things with me. And not everybody can articulate themselves in a way for people of all levels to understand and comprehend. And in doing so, I'm representing them too, not just myself. And in doing so, I left behind a trail of gold. You can do the same, but it's what you choose. What are you going to leave behind?